This to certify that Movie Chats has been classified for live streaming.
That would help, wouldn't it? Sorry, guys. Welcome. Sorry, I'm a couple of seconds late. I was just trying to organise how to start the show. It's been that long since I've done it myself. As you can see, I'm on my own today. Steve has just got back from his holidays, so hopefully he'll be back soon. Hey, Michael. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Pat. Hope you're well. I've just got a bit of an issue with lighting in here at the minute, guys. We've had a massive tree taken down from outside of our house today, and I've just realised that it's actually a bit brighter than I expected. So hopefully I'll look a bit more tanned a bit later on, I think. Hey, yeah, Jeff, what do you think? It's nice, isn't it? I got it from a charity shop the other day. I got another one as well, but £1 each. I weren't turning them away. Hey, Amelia. Yeah, my dad is on a cruise, I think. Yeah, they've just got back. As far as I'm aware, he's just messaged me saying they've had a takeaway because they can't be bothered to eat to cook. So, yeah, like I say, he's not here unfortunately, so it's just me tonight. So yeah, I thought I'd pop on. I'm sorry about last week. I'd had a bit of a long day at work, so I didn't get back until quite late on. So I would have missed the start of it. Unfortunately, I didn't want to mess people about, so I just cancelled it. So how is everyone today? Yeah, I'm going to need some interaction from the chat tonight, guys, if possible, just to keep me going. I'll see how long we go. But yeah, it's been an interesting week. I've had some good pickups this week. Managed to get some really good finds, so I'm chuffed with it. What we got in the chat? I think I've said hello to everybody. Michael, hey buddy. Jeff, as always. Jeff, I would have wore that Popeye t-shirt again that you got me, but it's in the wash. Otherwise, I would have worn that tonight. But I thought I'd go with a bit of Fresh Prince. So yeah. So yeah, let's crack on then. Let's see where we go. Let's go with a bit of. Hey, Gareth. The good Stevie's on. Oh, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Michael said, just picked up Doom 2016 after watching the Xbox showcase last week. I don't think I've ever got around to that. Is that the one with Dwayne The Rock Johnson in it? I didn't nearly appeal to me at the time. But yeah, it might be worth a watch. But yeah, so a couple of things this week on movie news. I've sort of had a look and scoured the internet just to get some info for you. A couple of things that I'd picked up on which I thought was quite interesting. Tom Hardy is hopefully going to be in the Peaky Blinders Netflix movie. Now I've got the Peaky Blinders set. I'm still going through it, but I'm really enjoying it. And Steve picked that one up for me a while back. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that if there's a movie coming out. The other things are Blade. Apparently, Blade has had another director walk out. Now it's a video game Doom. Oh, okay, cool. The Blade movie. Now, I like the original Blades. I think the first one especially is really good. I'm not massively a fan of them rebooting it, but we'll see what they do. But yeah, the second director that's walked out. But apparently it's due for release in November 2025. So we'll see if they probably end up pushing that back, I reckon. Knives Out 3. There's been an image released of Daniel Craig. It's called Wake Up the Dead Man. Now, I enjoyed the first two Knives Out. especially the first one. I've got a steelbook of it behind me. I'd love them to bring out an actual release of the second one. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's due in 2025 as well. What's that nice video game? At this point, they should just scrap later. Well, this is it, but I don't think it's the most troubled MCU movie they've ever had, but it's definitely getting there. I think they were saying on the on what I was reading that the only sort of saving grace at the minute is the main actor who's playing Blade. He's been signed on since 2019, and he's still there, ready to go. So yeah, one of the things that sort of dropped this afternoon, or at least what I found out this afternoon, was Peter Jackson has signed on as the exclusive producer of the Lord of the Rings: The War of. I'm gonna butcher this. Rohirrim, Rohirrim. So yeah, I'm happy that there's another Lord of the Rings movie coming out. I never really, I did try The Hobbit. I got through the first one. The other two, I've really struggled. I won't mind. They've been in my collection for years, but with the Lord of the Rings, I loved them. Absolutely loved them coming out. So I'm excited that there's another one coming. So we'll see how that goes. But that's what I've got this week. Is there any news that anybody else has got? Just to quickly go through anything that I've missed. I mean, there's all sorts out there. I was looking for a while, but these are the sort of things that sort of cropped up to me. But let's have a look. Hey guys, if you're in the if you're watching but you've not commented, please comment. I need some help tonight, guys. I haven't watched The Hobbit yet, but have watched Lord of the Rings for the first time last year. I say I loved the Lord of the Rings. I think one of the most peculiar experiences I ever had was, I think, when I went to the cinemas in, I want to say it was Skegness. I was seeing my ex at the time, and we it was like a cinema date we went to because she liked Lord of the Rings, and I didn't realize, but literally about halfway through, they did an intermission, which I'd never experienced at a cinema before. So that was quite an interesting experience. But then, to be fair, it was a bloody long film. Fellowship is my favourite. Yeah, and like I say, I don't know. I'm torn between the first and the third one. The second one, a lot of second films are always like the middle one. The only thing I can think that sort of surpasses maybe the first one is Godfather Part 2. That for me is a stronger film than the first one. Although I obviously do like Brando. I struggle to find any sort of trilogies of movies or where it's an obvious sort of setup where the second one is actually as good as the first. I'm trying to decide when to see The Search for Spock, either Saturday night or Sunday night. It depends. If you're in work on a Monday, then you want to see it on Saturday night because then you can just chillax on the Sunday. I'd go with that if that was the case, to be fair. Let's have a look. What we got. Let's go into this. Pick up. Sorry, guys. I'm just making a quick note while I remember. That's we got. Hey, Luke. Hope you're well. Hi, little Luke. Pickups I got this week are American History Story, Season 9, England Euro top. Oh, England Euro away top. Wow, you got both of them. Nice one, mate. Really, Jace? That's interesting. Oh, yes. Yeah, so that's what I read earlier on. Like I say, sorry, guys, for anybody turning up late. I'm a little bit washed out because the lighting is not great in here today. In fact, it's too much. So I'm hoping it sort of calms down in a minute. So yeah, that was a quote I read as well. I mean, I like Ian McKellen. He's a really class actor. But the fact that his quote read, "I'll play him if I'm still alive," like, it just shows you. I mean, one of the things that I find baffling about watching movies and following film stars and stuff is you sort of get used to seeing them as the age that they are. Hey, Lin, the age that they are, you know, and then when you see them sort of a picture from real life, if you like, and you realise just how bloody old they are or how much they've changed and stuff, it's mental. I think either way, I might be the only one there. Got night tickets are slightly more expensive. A 3 p.m. one. Well, there you go. It's up to you then if that's the case. If it's a 3 p.m. showing, then you could go either day. I think you've still got some time left in the afternoon. Yes, Lin, it went good. For anybody that's in the chat that doesn't know, does wearing the make you feel? It went well. We've had 2 shows now. For those who are in the chat who don't know, my wife and I we've started a business. Naturally reselling like most of our friends. So we signed up to Whatnot a couple of weeks back, and we've done 2 shows that have been amazing. The support in there is just fantastic. So yeah, we're doing good. Hopefully it will crack out. It will keep on, but you know, I still want to make sure I've got time for other things as well. Sorry guys, just bear me 1 second. Let me just check this 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. It was a number I didn't recognise, but apparently it was for somebody else anyway. So that's always nice, isn't it? When you get a phone call and you think it's for you. So yeah. I want to say yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. The Saturday night it's like 8 p.m. It's only showing. Fair enough. Yeah, I got both tops and wow, that's brilliant. Well done. Hey Dave, welcome to the channel, matey. Thank you. Oh, thank you for today. I don't mean channel, but thanks for turning up, mate. I appreciate it. Just me tonight, so we're gonna see how I get on. But like I say, interaction from the chat is fantastic. That's just what I need, please, guys. Keep it going. So yeah, so I've gone with hey Kevin, hope you're well in Florida, mate. I'd love to be there right now. It's absolutely pissing it down here. If you want English translation, it's raining. But yeah, so I've got a few bits today. Some things that I'd ordered. I did a pre-order on something as well, which is pretty cool. But I went to one of the charity shops, my local ones, and they're really good with me. So the guy said to me, "Oh, we ended up having to turn away 200 DVDs." I was like, "Bloody hell, mate! You could have kept them aside for me. I'd have had a look." But he did take it. They did take in some. Now I messaged this to the chat for some of our friends, Rob and Lee and that, and because I've never seen this before, but this is a limited edition steelbook of Machete on DVD, which is really cool. I just love that artwork on there. Sorry, it's not coming through with the picture quality properly. But yeah, I've seen quite a few different artworks for Machete, but this one I hadn't seen before. So that was one of the pickups from the store. I saw this, I had to pick it up. Obviously, it's got most of the classics on there. You've got Danger Mouse, is it Charlton, Count Duckula, Jamie and the Magic Torch, Rainbow, Cockleshell Bay, and Button Moon. We've had Hailstone. Well, it was nice, all right. It was all right today, and then it's just this afternoon. It's just absolutely battered it. This was from the charity shop as well, which I've never seen, but I'm picking up a 101 for about 50p, so I'm having that, which is Hell Knight. Quite a cool artwork on there, but it'll go in the collection. This one, a bit of an oldie one. This one again, I hadn't seen this. This is who's in it? Frank Sinatra's in it, which is From Here to Eternity. So I've never seen it, but it says on the front, winner of 8 Academy Awards, including 1953 Best Picture. The fun fact about Machete, it takes place in the same universe as Spy Kids. No way. That's well cool. A couple of others, just cheap pickups from CEX. I got The Love Guru. Never actually got around to seeing this movie, but I like Michael Myers. Mike Myers, sorry. Michael Myers. Mike Myers. It's got Jessica Alba and Justin Timberlake in, so that's going in the collection. Again, another one. I was reading the is it synopsis? What you want to say? Hey Jamie, I hope you're well. This one is Chris O'Donnell and Gene Hackman, which is The Chamber. Now, I was reading up on this, and this seems really quite an interesting movie. So I don't know how I've missed it, but I've picked that up. This one, there was a couple of copies of this in CEX. I think it's like I want to say it's a bit of a low budget B movie. It's not massively old. I think it's 2016. I think I read. Oh no, not sorry, 2021. And it is The Scary of 61st. Quite a provocative picture on the front, but the trailer looks really, really cheap. So I'm guessing that's like a boutique one. It's from Fractured Visions. I'll pick that one up. Now we get to the good stuff. So I've done a deal with Lee, a good friend of ours, because he likes to make sure he orders 2 of his steelbooks in case any come back damage or turn up damage. So this one popped up. I'm quite looking forward to this. This is the last Kumite, is it? This is a steelbook 4K. From what I can gather, it's a crowd-funded movie originally, but it's all the sort of 80s cheese they've done. So they've got it right proper. I want to say Karate Kid style. What else would there be? Kickboxer style, sort of tournament movie. I looked at the trailers and it looks absolutely amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that. Got it packaged really well. So thank you very much, buddy. I really appreciate that. One day you might actually watch them. Yeah, I know, Chris, but that looks amazing. So I am going to watch that. Blast from the Past for me. I've had this pre-ordered since I think I would say February, April, maybe April time actually. And that's the Lawnmower Man collection. So this turned up from Amazon. Really nice set. It's got 1 and 2 in there. We watched this not long ago on one of the, I think it was one of the homeworks, if I remember rightly. I hadn't seen it for about 20 odd years, but I still enjoyed it. So when this came up, I was definitely picking this up. I've never seen number 2. I watched AJ's video the other day of him reviewing it, and sorry, I'm just click that off there, and he was saying that it was quite a nice surprise to watch it. So after years of not seeing it, so I am looking forward to watching it on Blu-ray. I'm surprised they didn't do it on a 4K though. That's a bit annoying considering all the stuff at the minute. And finally, my sort of pièce de résistance this week. I finally managed to get myself a copy of a film that it isn't available in the UK to buy. It was pre-order. You could buy it from Germany, and at the minute it is going for a bit of money online, which is 4K barbed wire. Again, my camera. I do apologize, guys. I need to figure that out. This is the steelbook. Did you rip all the movies in your collection to the computer? Oh no. No, I don't, Jeff. I'll come back to that in a minute. But yeah, so I think this brings me on to what I sort of wanted to have a conversation about today, because obviously we're friends with quite a few collectors, and we've been very privileged to meet a lot of really good people from this channel. But what it has done, it's sort of I've started buying more boutique labels and steelbooks. My steelbook collection over the last year has always gone absolutely mental in regards to what I've got. Although I am trying to stick to Steve's rules, so if I get a steelbook, then the Blu-ray usually goes, which means I've got to get rid of barbed wire now. So that only turned up the other day, so I can't be thinking for that. So I've got to get rid of that. But obviously, I buy it for the storyline because it's brilliant. Best to close the curtains and use your studio lights. Probably, mate. I'll give it a go actually because it's not getting any dark anytime soon, is it? So bear with me a sec, guys. It's the blinds. That's a little bit better. I just put some light on. I'm not gonna put. There we go. That's a bit better. So yeah. So you know, over the last couple of months, what I've noticed is there is a hell of a lot of different releases, and you know, yes, mate. Go downstairs then. Sorry, guys. Go on then. Get me a Donald's Happy Meal then. Sorry, he's getting his order in there. So yeah, so as I was saying, like I remember watching videos a few months back, and it was all about like the decline of physical media and how these different stores were not sort of stocking them anymore. But the thing is for me is that you've got. I mean, if I go into my local local shops that are like the stores, like the Asda and places like that, then there is a little bit less. I mean, there's not a massive amount less, but there is a little bit less. But all these sort of special edition releases are coming out like loads at a time, and it's becoming very difficult. I'm being very picky with what I pick up. Now I'm already on the sort of back foot when it comes to the Disney steelbooks, because I didn't want to pay out what essentially was about 200 quid just before Christmas for the original first lot, so I only got the ones I wanted, and it's the same with the second lot. So I had what did I have released this time round? Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Obi-Wan. Sorry, not Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Sorry, the what's it called? Yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was that. And like, but obviously the other ones that I'm trying to get hold of now are more money than they were when I was trying to get hold of them originally. So Jamie says, I love buying from boutique labels. They usually have great special features and much better packaging. They do, and this is, but this is the thing is, then the reason why I sort of brought this up is because I was looking today, because I sort of try and keep up with all the friends in the community and watch their videos. And one of the videos I watched was AJ at Movies Place. He was doing an opening for The Italian Job. Now I love that film. I love minis in general, but I love that film. And he wasn't massively impressed with what you got with it. But I didn't know the price. Anyway, today when I've sort of had a look, because I was thinking, I saw an advert, I saw somebody on one of the movie chats groups say that they picked it up. So I was going to, I thought, you know what, I've got a little bit extra this month, I'll probably just buy it. Anyway, I went on to Amazon, and this set it's not even a steelbook. It's a 4K in a sleeve, essentially, with a few extra bits. Like there's some photos. I think AJ said there's I say photos, I mean postcards. AJ, when I looked at AJ's had a gold bar, but it was like a piece of paper, a cardboard gold bar picture thing. But I think on Amazon it was like 48 quid. And I was like, now there was another version of it that was from the US. So it's obviously being 4K, it should play over here anyway. And it's like £29, I think. But this boutique one, if you like, the limited release thing, is £48. And it sort of, I think, if anything, I think they're taking advantage, I think, of some of the collectors now, because there is so many different releases. I mean, I've gone out and I've pre-ordered things, and when I started watching a lot of these channels, there'd be a few of them on there that would pre-order things and then cancel them, and I could never understand why. You know, if you're going to pre-order it, then why don't you follow through? And obviously they've all got their own reasons for it, but the thing is that I'm sort of getting in that mindset. So I pre-ordered Mean Girls steelbook. Now I know Steve will probably take the mick of this, and I definitely know a few others that will, but I enjoy that movie, and it was a steelbook version, a 4K steelbook, and I can't find a normal 4K release of the film, at least not yet. But a lot of these steelbooks and these, I mean, what was it? Atomic Blonde. That was another one the other day. But anyway, we've got to carry on. So I was looking at this. I was umming and ahhing on this steelbook of Mean Girls because I pre-ordered it quite easily. Because obviously, on something like Amazon, you just go click, yep, and then it takes the payment out when it's due to be dispatched. But it's like fastest finger first with some of them because some of them sell out really quickly and some of them don't. Now, if I was to go on Amazon now, I can still buy that Mean Girls for sort of $29.99, and that's not a bad price really when you consider it's £25 for a 4K, and it's £30 for the steelbook. So I don't mind that, but when they start creeping up to 35, 40, 45, 50, I mean, especially when you look at that release of the Italian Job, it's nigh on 50 quid for like very little really. And obviously that's still available to buy. It's not sold out, but there is some that really go quite quickly. I mean, I pre-ordered The Crow, and I've got The Crow delivered on 4K steelbook. Again, I think that was £30, which is a standard price. I don't mind paying that, but I'd expect for the extra £20, I'd expect a bit more than maybe a few pieces of cardboard. And I don't even think the sleeve that it was in is quite a strong sleeve. I mean, I've got some that are really like rock hard when it comes to the outer sleeves that they put them in, but some are still quite flimsy. I mean, I would imagine this one here, this is quite a strong one. The Lawnmower Man set. But again, I paid, what was it, probably £30 for that, and that's not 4K either, but that's got 2 movies in. But it's getting very difficult to try and keep up with the amount of releases that they're bringing out. I think I've pre-ordered. What did I pre-order? There is one I want to pre-order, which I'm still trying to find, is Little Shop of Horrors, because that's coming out. But the other one I pre-ordered, Blazing Saddles. So I pre-ordered Blazing Saddles. It's not due until December, I think. But I'm very surprised at that movie, given the controversy nowadays, that movie's even been greenlit to be able to be given a 4K update. But that's my gripe at the minute. Is that there is so many of these boutique releases. You sort of have to do a bit of homework because some of them I don't think that some of them are worth the money. I'd like to see some of them come out on standard 4K releases, so it gives you the option of buying either or. But what do you think anyway? What's your thoughts on it? Because I've waffled on for 5-10 minutes about it, but I just as a movie collector, I'm passionate, and I like to have the best things in my collection that I can. I mean, I'm nowhere near some of the level of some of the guys out there, but it's just I'm looking at these as an option now, where I would have gone in and paid, I know, 15, 20 quid for the Blu-ray at Asda or wherever. I'm now looking at the 4Ks, but like special editions, limited editions. When do you pull the trigger? When do you go, actually, I need to order this right now, otherwise I'm going to miss out? I mean, this with Barbed Wire, you can't buy that one now on that German website. I forget what it's called now. It's sold out completely. They might re-release it somewhere down the line because obviously it's been a big hit, if you like. But when I started looking into getting it, I was looking on Vinted, I was looking on eBay. eBay's silly prices, but I was looking on Vinted, and Vinted there was people on there selling it for 70 quid plus. For I think it was I think when I went to order it originally, I think it was about £32. It worked out at something like that, £34, and obviously that was including postage. But I ended up not following through on it. I was like, no, sod this, I'll leave it for now. But I instantly regretted it, and I think, like The Abyss as an example, there is these releases that you're only getting abroad. That Dawn of the Dead behind you, That's what I want from special editions. Yeah, the Dawn of the Dead one is that's just the Blu-ray version. It isn't the 4K. CEX near me had a 4K in a few months ago, which I was going to upgrade for it, but the packaging was a bit more damaged than I wanted it to be. Yeah, and this is it. Is it Jamie? Jamie. Sorry, I do apologize. This is it, and I understand what you're saying. Making, but well, let me just go back to Dave first. Dave, this is what I'm on about, mate. This is it. You know, if I get something like, if I was to go out and spend, I don't want to spend £100 on a Titanic release. Let's be clear about that. But that sort of stuff where you've got a book, you've got all these different things. That is what a special edition or a limited edition should be. That it shouldn't be that they're just shoving. Jamie, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Jamie. That's what these releases should be. You know, it should be a massive difference between going and looking at a £25 standard 4K. But when you look at the just take the Italian job as an example. Like, apart from having a sleeve on it, which is probably just your bog standard bloody slippy, as people say, slip. You know, it's got a few postcards in, and like a postcard of a thing of gold. Oh, and a poster. You know, and they're charging an extra £20 for it. I don't get it, and I wouldn't mind. I love that film. Like, I'll show you something. So where is it? Here. So one of the films that I had to have, my wife bought me. It was an imprint of Alfie. So when this got pre-ordered, it was that, you know, she got it for me. But this has a couple of things. So you've got Alfie in there, and you've got My Generation, which is a feature length thing. Right now, at the time, same again. You know, there is nothing in them. This was £50. Like, and it's not this. I won't mind, but this is the Blu-ray. This isn't even 4K. You know, it was £50 because it had a nice cardboard box, essentially. But they haven't released, not that I know of, they haven't released just the movie on its own. You know, but for me to have that film, which I really enjoy, we're having to pay £50 for the privilege for a piece of cardboard. You know, I mean, even if you look at an Arrow Blu-ray, the Arrow Blu-rays themselves, they usually come with extras in them anyway. So you get all those little bits in there, and it doesn't cost the world to have. But I'm getting a bit frustrated with the fact that we are, you know, we're as a collector who's sort of passionate about movies, you're almost being forced to pay more because they're not going to release a standard edition like hey AJ, they're not going to release a 4K standard edition. Hey AJ, I'll show you what I got, mate. I was just having a bit of a chin wag there. I got the Lawnmower Man set, which I've seen. Obviously, you've done a review on, and I finally delved into the barbed wire for the story. So yeah, really chuffed with those. But as I say, that's my opinion. What's everybody else think? Because I know some people have said some stuff. So let me just go through. So Jamie had said, I won't spend the money on boutique labels release unless it comes with a lot of special features. I'm not so picky with posters and booklets. Yeah, and you still find it though. This is the thing. You still find that even some of these big movies. So there's two things that annoy me. First of all, sweet, yeah, exactly. And I ended up getting it from Vinted as well. I think I paid 40 in the end for it. But yeah, that's for another day. Anyway, but yeah, so there's a few things that annoy me with these. Like, if you've got big movies where they can't be bothered to put on extras, like, that's the stuff that I buy a lot of this physical media for, is because I want to have the privilege and the ability to be able to go, you know what, I'll have a look at the extras. I'll watch. I mean, Titanic and stuff like that, they're crammed with it. But there is ones where you're like, how is there not a single sort of special feature on this other than a trailer? Or the laziest thing is usually a music video. You know, it doesn't take a lot these days to put a bit of extra content on for the people that are buying a physical media, and it's probably one of the reasons why people would buy the physical media, because they want to see how that film was made, what the directors had to say, all that sort of good stuff. And the other one that really ticks me off is when there's about 30 different releases of the same film, just edited differently, and probably in quite quick succession as well. So one of the ones that, like, I like Watchmen, the Watchmen, and I think I must have bought like 4 or 5 different editions, because you've got like an ultimate cut, then you've got a director's cut, and then you've got like the complete cut. It's bonkers. Rather watch Bad Boys One. Oh, that's a good question. I'll answer that in a minute. And that's like, just give us, if you're going to give us 2 versions, fine. Give us a director's cut because they wanted it their way. You know, one of the good examples of that I've had recently is the Superman. I did a video on it, but I didn't realize that they'd actually done like a director's extended cut, which added about another 30 minutes into the film. It was quite long, but that was one of the films that I had growing up that I'd never seen another version of it. Now, granted, it was the TV release of it from back in the day, but I never saw that particular edition. So that was a nice surprise, but it was a different cut, and I have that movie. Although I have the Superman on 4K, I have that movie on Blu-ray. So I'm chuffed with that. But when you bring out like a multitude of different versions, like if you're not going to give us the ultimate cut in the first place, you know, I'd rather them do that than give us a bloody standard cinema cut. And then nowadays the discs are big enough to put both of them on anyway, so just do it the first time. But I know a lot of the community have talked about having, where they're bringing out these special editions, and then a few weeks later, or they're bringing out a normal edition of something, and then a few weeks later they're bringing out the 4K, and then they're bringing out a special edition, and people are doubling up and buying them twice because we didn't know that these special editions were being released, and that's just another way of making money as well. What does this say? So, Jamie again. Depending on what it is, I might pay more for less. If it's a David Lynch movie or Twin Peaks related, I've got all of the Twin Peaks. I haven't even delved into that yet. I like a David Lynch movie. I might splurge, but mostly I'm frugal about my purchases. You see, this is the other thing, and I know I speak about it quite a lot on here, but obviously nobody else to interrupt me tonight, guys. So yeah, you're going to get me rambling. But I know I speak about it a lot, but like I consider myself quite thrifty at times, and I like to find ways to make things cheaper. So I will go out of my way and trawl through hundreds and hundreds of DVDs in charity shops and car boots and stuff like that, and look for games and all that, so that I can get credit and vouchers for CEX, and I can get my bigger purchases for cheaper. I did a video the other week, and it was amazing what happened. I found a couple of PlayStation 1 games and managed to get, well over 100 and I think about 120 quid's worth of credit, which then purchased me which is at the minute, as it stands, my most expensive steelbook, which is Series 1 of Mandalorian. Perfect condition. The guy, whoever had it before at CEX, looked after it. It was one in stock. It came in stock. I ordered it. It's brilliant. But essentially, I paid a couple of quid for that. Maybe I think all the stuff I paid for was about £6, and out of the 120 quid. But like, I got that. I got Contagion on 4K Steelbook and a few other bits. But there's no way, and this went up in price after I bought it. So I think it was 85 and then £3 postage. And now it's gone up to 95, I think, if I'm correct. But there was no way I'd be paying that unless I really had to. So I try and make sure that, I can pick stuff up at a relatively decent price. And then I can flip it, essentially, is one way of putting it. And that is how I fund a lot of this, because I couldn't afford. I mean, the stuff that I'm getting from obviously Amazon and places like that, I'm paying outright for, and that's probably why I've got more of a gripe with it, is because there's nothing I can do to change that price. Um, but I'm noticing that obviously the prices are going up with them sort of things. Little Steve, would you rather watch Bad Boys 1 or Beverly Hills Cop 1? Bad Boys 1. And the only reason for that is because, and I'm going to get some gripe for this as well. But the Bad Boys, I loved the first Bad Boys when it came out, but the gripe that I'm going to get is my most enjoyable Beverly Hills Cop is number 3, and it's the one that everybody hates. I don't know if it was because that was the first one I saw, which may be the case. It might be because of that. But I always found it fun. And no matter when I think about it, I've got that Wonderworld song. Wonderworld song in my head. So that'll be stuck in my head now. With him doing his dance like that. Yeah, that's always stuck in my head. That. So that is my favourite of the Beverly Hills Cops, which is why I would watch Bad Boys 1. Special director's cuts with 17 seconds. And yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. It changes the complexity of the movie completely. It's like a whole new movie. The only thing that I found, like the Superman one, was a nice addition because it's nice having extra footage in, right? Don't get me wrong. But I think the movie that I found changed dramatically was Zack Snyder's Justice League. Like, that was a completely different movie when they added the extra in that and they did the work on it. I mean, it weren't 17 seconds worth of footage, definitely not. But it was such a long movie, but it was such a better movie because of it. And I don't mind that. But like I say, if you was to look at something like Watchmen, there is absolutely loads of different cuts, loads of different editions. Might not necessarily be the same cut, but it's just different editions of the ultimate cut, the collector's edition, all these sort of things. It's like I want the complete frigging movie. Which Jamie said. So Jamie, the reason I'm a YouTuber is because of Twin Peaks. Really? I began a YouTube adventure on the Twin Peaks chat show, Twin Peaks Cafe Time. Okay. So what is your channel then, Jamie? Because I'm not sure if I've seen it. I probably have, but I do apologise. It's been a very long day. If you put your channel in, I'll have a look at it. But that's cool. I mean, the thing is that me and Steve, I'll say me and Steve, there was 3 of us originally that started this channel. And then Chris went on to concentrate on his reselling content. But one of the reasons why me and Steve do this is because we just enjoy talking about movies. We enjoy talking about TV. And we've met so many fantastic people, and I mean every different walk of life. And that's predominantly why I do it, why he does it, or why he's done it. It's nice to have a chat about movies and about TV shows. But I've got Twin Peaks, and I need to get into it. I need to watch it. What's this? The TV cut wasn't the director's cut. A lot of films had extended edit shows to fill the time to get. That's probably, yeah, that might be it, mate. That might be it. Some of the footage in the TV cut is crap. Are we talking about Superman, AJ? Because I like I say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, you can tell there's a difference in quality, but it's not massive. I've seen some cuts of things where they literally haven't bothered doing a thing on it, and it's just chucked it in there, and you can tell a mile off that it's a completely different thing. It wasn't my channel. The channel is called Twin Peaks Cafe Time. Okay, I'll have a look at that. As long as it's not going to ruin any fun for me. But yeah, I'd be interested if you're free, AJ. I'd be interested to have a chat with you about the special editions and and stuff, because like I say, I'm just of the opinion where I enjoy buying them, but it's just that it's getting too much at the minute. It's just there's so many of them, and I remember watching your channel, and it was like, well, I might keep this one, or I might cancel it. I'm not sure, blah blah blah, and I could never understand why. And then I realised just how much it sort of the amount of releases that they've had, especially this time of year, like how much it would mount up to. Um, I left the show to join the horror community on a show. Okay, there's another one there. Pizzle Wells. I'll have a look at that as well. Called Region 3. That's cool. Oh, Region 3. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, thanks. I'll have a look at that. I can't believe that I went up by 107 or 108. That's brilliant. I never thought I was that good. I started my channel for the same reasons, mostly to gain confidence, which I love, which I have, but I really enjoyed it. And this is it. I mean, the thing is that I don't. I'm sure some of the channel viewers will know. But obviously, me and my family were autistic. We're all autistic. Which is why a lot of the time I won't directly look at the camera because it just isn't natural to me. But obviously I'm reading the chat. I'm trying to keep busy. But if I'm sort of sat facing the wall or I'm looking away, it's not because I'm not paying attention. It's just because it's uncomfortable sometimes. But over the last sort of, I think we've been doing this maybe 3 or 4 years now, maybe 4 years. Yeah, because I think it was at the start of the pandemic we started it. You know, it's helped massively with confidence when it comes to talking to people. I mean, I can waffle on, and you're going to find that out if you watch the bloody channel, to be fair. Usually it's a fight between who can say something, me or Steve first. But yeah, it helps massively. And I think what I was saying at the start of the show was that Linlin mentioned that me and my wife have done, we've started Whatnot, because we wanted to do reselling for years. It's one of the ways that we're going to try and see if it works, because if we need to change something, because of the hours that we do, we do opposite shifts just for purely for little man. And it's obviously, you can imagine, it's very difficult to have family time. So when we have days off, it's purely family time. So we're trying this to see if we can get this off the ground. And it's really what some of the feedback that we've had from the first couple of shows we've done have been that we're sort of natural with it. They like our banter, all that sort of good stuff. So we've had some really positive comments about how we come across, which is really nice. So, but I think when we started this, we did it because friends of ours wanted us to continue to do it, because we were doing it on somebody else's channel originally with them, and they enjoyed it and wanted us to carry on, which we did. But it was never although I enjoy talking about movies and TV, and it was never to sort of grow the channel to 10,000 subscribers, all that sort of stuff. If that happens, then fantastic. But it was about sort of communicating with people of like-minded, and having this. Oh, Jemmy, cool intro. Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? I'll have a look. That was the thing, was just to be able to sort of share our passions with the channel. And we've had a massive support over the years. It's been amazing, and some of the quality of people that we've met is amazing, and we've got some good friends out of it. But it's sort of sharing what you're passionate about, mate. And this is the thing, is that if you hopefully you do really well, and if this is what you want to do moving forward, then all the best of luck to you, buddy. You are a good lad. You're knowledgeable, definitely on Marvel. And if anybody who's not using the chat hasn't checked him out, go check out Luke's World of Movies and TVs. He's a really nice lad, and I'm sure he's going to do well. But yeah, anyway, that was a bit of a chat there. Never mind. But yeah, so if you've got any questions for me, guys, pop it in the chat. If you've got anything you want to talk about, then cool. I'll give you a second because I've got a feeling that I've got some food that's turning up as well.
Yeah.
See, there we go. I could sense it. Wait me a sec. Oh, thank you. I thought he was going on about McDonald's.
Oh no, he was, yeah.
Oh, did he fail?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be very difficult that now. Let me just have a look through this. A couple of weird releases. I'll say weird releases. A couple of the cheaper DVDs I picked up with those ones the other day. I love this movie, but I just like the edition on it. It's obviously got the packaging. But I love this movie, the original. Can't beat it. I've only got these. I got these purely because I haven't seen these releases before. But this is Alien and Aliens, 2-movie collection. And then these scared the crap out of me growing up. The Fly and the Fly 2. I always hated the Fly 2 because of the dog in it. But the Fly 1, it's just scared the crap out of me. But it was one of those where it was that scary, it intrigued me. So it has become sort of a favourite, especially Jeff Goldblum in it is amazing. But when I saw it as a pack, I was like, I'm going to have to pick it up. It was all of about 20p. How many pop heads do you own? I think honestly, the pops, again, I had a collection of about 60 of them. How long ago was that? Probably about 6 years ago. And apart from ones that people had bought me, I sold them all off. I got to a point where I had a wall of just boxes, and I was like, look, I'm just gonna get rid of them. So I got rid of them, apart from a few. And then since obviously Whatnot started a year ago or so, I've been buying them off friends and stuff like that, and I've ended up accumulating a load more. So I've got more now than I did before. But what I've done is I've kept quite a few of my favourite ones. I can just take you on a quick tour. So I've got these ones down here. They go up to the top, and then they go all the way across, and then across there. Sorry guys, it's a bit like shaky cam, but like the ones there are the Home Alone ones. They're probably some of my favourites. I've got Kevin De Bruyne up there, Jeffrey, Toys R Us, Superman and Lois, Carmen Sandiego. Over this side, I've got Ant-Man, Yellow Jacket, Superman, Batman, Clark Griswold from National Lampoons, a couple of Back to the Futures, The Arrow, Flash, Britney Spears, Joker, 4 Harley Quinns because I like Harley Quinn, Doc Holliday from Tombstone, amazing film, Jessica Rabbit, Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and then 2 from Married with Children. And then I've got a plethora of them currently in our bedroom. I've got another shelving unit full of them, which the plan was when we get the other room built is to move this lot into there. So at the minute I've got quite a few bits on hold, but we'll see. But what's your favourite pop then, Luke? One you've got that's your favourite, mate? I say I've got a few. I mean, the ones I've spent the most on are probably the Home Alone ones because I bought them off a seller on Whatnot, and I think I paid 70 for the 3 of them, which doesn't sound a lot, but they're probably my most expensive purchases of them. I mean, he did put them in pop protectors, but I've got a bit of everything now, collection wise. Obviously got me one of my favourite bits. I think I want to say Jeff got me this for Godzilla. There, he stays there. Ah, okay. Have you got any rare ones then? Have you got any rare ones? Hmm. But yes, guys. Sorry, I know. Usually at this point, with Steve being here, he'd be talking away, and I could eat my tea. But unfortunately, that's not happening tonight. So I do apologise. Yeah, put my hat on. There we go. What else have I got? I'm trying to think. I got something the other day. I think I shown the Count Dracula, Count Duckula, sorry, box set. That was a really good find. That, but I picked up something TV wise, and I can't remember what it was now. What have I got in here? So most of the UK guys, I picked up these. I'm a bit annoyed that I can't pick up the other ones without buying the box set, but these were part of a pickup from a charity shop, which again cost me about 50p. It's Bread Series 1 to 4. I remember this show growing up. It's probably absolutely terrible to watch now, but I had to pick it up because it's been on my radar for a while. What's this? I've got only 15 pops. My prize one is my Laura Palmer wrapped in plastic Funko. Okay. Yes, I got 3 rare ones. One Zombie Strange, Captain Carter, and Iron Man. A Zombie Iron Man. Very nice. I think the rarest one I've ever had was I had a what's the word? Breaking Bad. Walter. Oh, Heisenberg. I had a blue meth Heisenberg. I paid up for it when I originally got it, but I sold it for a lot more. And it's the one I regret getting rid of because it was beautiful. We went like 3 years and saw you Jamie Hart. You're not from the UK, are you? Oh, okay. Well, went back. Okay. Whereabouts are you from then, Jamie? See, Jeff has been supporting us for a long time. He's an amazing guy. My Zombie Iron Man one is a pop marvel. No, I'm American. But my family came from Scotland in 1919. I am in touch with my roots. Oh, that's nice. Wow. So, whereabouts are you in America then, Jamie? Sorry, guys, I'm just choking on a bit of this calzone. Whereabouts are you from? Luke, you have to show us sometime what those pops are, mate. USA. There you go. I was waiting for that, Jeff. I was waiting for that. Jeff is our very own Santa. But he's also very proud to be American. Oh, I picked up another copy of this the other day. It's only because I lent one to a friend, and I'm a bit picky about lending stuff out. But I found this in a charity shop again. It's Bottom Guest House Paradiso. I have ordered the Blu-ray of it that's coming out. I live in New York State, but not the city. I live in the sticks amongst the. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that was a thing. If you just said New York, I'd have gone, yeah, New York City. Well, that's interesting. Amongst the Amish. Nice. Oh, thank you for joining us all the way over there, from all the way over there. That's cool. So what other stuff are you into then, Jamie? What stuff do you? I know you said about Twin Peaks and horror, but see, I do like a few horror movies. I don't get to watch a hell of a lot, but I try my best to. What was I watching? I watched that Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, because a friend of ours had recommended it a while back. We sadly lost recently, so I had to watch that, and I quite enjoyed that. Most of New York State is forest, but many don't know. No way. You see, the thing is that New York is somewhere where that's like my bucket list. I think I know a lot of Americans like to want to travel Europe and stuff, and I think for some of us in the UK, there's a few specific places. I mean, I've said it a few times, but I was lucky enough to go to Orlando, Florida, when I was younger, a couple of times, and it's just a different world, and it's beautiful. But New York's always been a fascination of mine. And going there, Washington, and I think probably when like my mum and dad really have done, they've toured quite a lot of America as they've got older. I think I'd like to try and do that at some point. But yeah, that's really cool. Well, thank you and welcome. Let's have a look. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, I think because Steve isn't on obviously with us, unless anybody else has got anything they want to have a chat about, I'm probably going to call it tonight just a little bit earlier than we usually would, because I need to eat at some point. What's this? I'm not lots of different genres of movies and music. I paint, write, and take photos for hobbies. 51 and stay-at-home wife and mum. Oh wow, that's amazing. Steve, you're freezing up. Okay, mate. Thank you, buddy. It's amazing. I spent some time. Well, like I say, welcome and really appreciate the support. Okay. So what's going to happen, guys, is I'm gonna wind it down just for tonight a little bit earlier. I've got to take me insulin and stuff, and I want to have something to eat. So thank you very much for the guys that have joined tonight. Am I with you? Am I okay now? Okay, yeah. There, better. Is it? Can you hear me, Dave? Dave, can you hear me? Better now. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. I did get a Wi-Fi extender in the other room. I might have to. I'll just bring it in here next time. But yeah, like I say, because obviously it's just me tonight. I want to go and have this food, and I don't want to be sat here eating in front of you while I'm not talking. So what I'm going to do is I'll call it for tonight. Thank you very much, guys, for the support. I really appreciate it. France Georgia Trade. France Georgia Trade. Yeah, thank you very much for support, guys, tonight. It really helps. Hopefully I've entertained you for an hour. Please enjoy the rest of your week. I will try and get some videos out if I can. But hopefully I'll be back on again next week. But thank you very much, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.